Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey!
I'm Stanton Kane Morales.
Hi, I'm Marissa Pinson.
And we are the hosts of your all-time favorite TV show, The Morning Splash.
Coming to you
every Friday during tutorial.
Yes.
You can go to selected classrooms and watch us be cool.
Tune in.
Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of cool people like us,
exactly.
That Miss Powell, she is quite a lady.
She really is.
Why don't we find out more about Miss Powell?
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm Megan, and this is Miss Powell, and we want to introduce her because she's a new academic advisor. So, Miss Powell, where did you work before Dana Hills?
5 years at Niguel Hills Middle School in Laguna Niguel, and 5 years before that at San Clemente High School.
What's better about Dana Hills?
I like this age group, and they're all getting focused on where to go to school and where to go to college. It's more fun.
What's better about working at Dana Hills High School?
There's a lot more going on here. There's a lot of activities and the sports and a lot of energy.
How many kids on average do you deal with a day?
Well, those last week, it's been about 100 a day, I would say, but I probably on the average 20 to 25 students a day.
On the part of the students, how can we make your job easier for you?
Oh, just make sure and get good grades, study hard, set yourself up to go to college if that's your goal. Any paperwork that we give you, make sure you get it right back to us so we can start your program.
So this is Miss Powell. Everyone, if you have her, you're very lucky. So thank you, Miss Powell.
Thank you. Bye.
If you've
been for the past month and a half wandering the halls aimlessly for about a half an hour on block days and really confused, maybe you don't know what tutorial is.
Yes, or else if you just missed the first month and a half of school, then you probably don't know what tutorial is either.
Yeah, or maybe you're just not tired of hearing it, so let's tell you about it again.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm excellent, thank you.
We're here to talk about tutorial today. Has tutorial been used at any other schools?
We noticed that it was used at many schools. Two in particular that we look closely at were Tesoro High School as well as Aliso.
How did it work out at Aliso?
They were it was very well received at that school. Teachers enjoyed the opportunity to meet with kids in a different setting. Many students liked the opportunity to be able to go to classes at their choice and work it out. All the way over at Tesoro, I'll tell you that I talked to the administrators over there and some of the teachers, and they said they didn't know what they would do without it. So it was well received at both schools.
Do you know how it worked out at San Clemente?
What has mainly been the reason a tutorial period has not been successful was because it was not made mandatory. It was a choice for students. Now that it is a mandatory period, it works very well.
Do you believe that tutorial is going to give students enough time to actually learn and finish their homework?
I would say no, they could not finish all their homework.
Why are the doors going to be locked during the tutorial period?
What we're trying to do on campus and district-wide, actually, is work on attendance. Attendance is an important part of the instructional program. It's actually the first step in success, and therefore we feel that if we can start to work on students getting to class on time, students not being tardy to class, we're going to improve our instructional program.
Some students view this as a lockdown type situation. How would you respond to this interpretation?
I don't think kids should be milling around campus at any time. The doors being locked is actually a process to make sure that we get kids to class. So if a kid had to leave for any reason, they could, if they had to get out and it was an emergency, they would be able to do that.
Are there enough seats in the CSI room?
Yeah, we have more than 14 seats in there. So far our average has been about 14. We could handle up to, and the portal can seat 200. But if we use the other room, we can get up into the high 20s.
Why are the rules so strict regarding being outside during the class?
The main reason that we are seeming like we're pretty strict with the getting to class, being in class, etc., is so that we can make sure and ensure that this program is successful.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Sure.
Ashley Sparks in the next segment.
And that's all we can say. It's confidential information, so you'll just have to find out for yourself when the rest of the information is released.
Is there anything in particular that you're trying to focus on this year to improve your game?
I think one of the things is team camaraderie. I mean, the wins aren't the most important thing, but it's nice to have, and see if we can get them to play together as a team and see if everybody can do the right thing on the same play to get positive yardage.
Does the GPA level have an effect on whether or not the boys are on the team or they get kicked off?
We had to cut one
We had to cut 2 guys because
Two kids
their
in the last
GPA
week
was
because they don't have a 2.0 grade point.
cumulative.
How many hours a week do you make your boys practice?
It's probably 2.5 to 3 hours a day. So we don't have practice on Friday. We have the games, but so about 12.
Well, we got 3 days that we do 3 hours,
Yeah.
and then we have 2 hours on
9.
Saturday,
10, 11,
and 2 hours walkthrough on Thursday, plus game time.
12, 13.
Yeah, about
13
hours.
and a 3-hour game, about 3 hours. So that's about 16 hours a week. They're all together with the football program.
You know, this is so frustrating. I have been under the influence of fashion magazines for over 38 years, and still I don't know what to call my body shape. And is it insulting to call my friends big boned? What is politically correct? Stanton and Rossi have a segment to help me figure it out.
Husky, slender, and stout. These are all words we use in our everyday language. But to some, these words are offensive. How does one describe someone's particular body shape? Which terms are insulting and which ones are politically correct? Spoon, hourglass, lead pipe. These are all words used to describe someone's body shape. But to many who are unhappy with their body, take offense to these terms. How can one be politically correct in this extremely sensitive subject? What is the politically correct term for someone of your body shape?
Petite.
Very skinny.
Gorgeous.
Just average.
Scrawny.
Pleasantly plump.
As you can see, many people have different ideas for what the correct terms are. Why are people so sensitive to what we think are the proper terms?
Hey, did you watch All My Children last night?
Why, what am I, bad or something?
One would conclude that lunchtime is a favorite pastime for many. Here is a photo of what appears to be students enjoying their lunch. But what is wrong with this picture? Notice the Diet Coke. Why is everyone always trying to lose weight? And if everybody's on a diet, then why is the cafeteria so busy? Now we go to Wendy to help us further understand this baffling conundrum.
Thank you, Stanton. It's all because of the media and their perception of the proper weight that everyone has higher expectations of how you are supposed to look.
You're right, Wendy. Just because stars like Alicia Minshew and Kelly Monaco are ripped twigs doesn't mean that's what we have to look like.
True that, Stanton. Not everyone is slender.
You are correct, Wendy. There's no I in ripped.
Yes there is.
Well, it's a small one.
No! Truly. What is the proper body weight? Can we really say? Is everyone's opinion the same, or do they differ? Let's find out.
My ideal body type is Britney Spears.
Kathy Bates is my ideal body shape. And it's because it's full and round, and she obviously enjoys life because she's not starving to death.
Drew Carey.
David Duchovny.
Angelina Jolie has the best body. She has the most luscious lips.
Now that you've heard everyone's opinion on what their ideal body shape is, let's go to the phones to get the facts from someone who really knows what they're talking about. Hello, Dr. Cynthia Preston of General Hospital in Glendale. Are you there?
Yes, Stanton, I am here.
Now, can you tell us, is there a right or wrong body shape?
Actually, there's no proper body shape, but there is a proper body weight. Stanton.
And, what would that be?
There is a proper weight range for every height and frame. Whether your frame is large or small, there are weight precautions that everyone should take into consideration. For this, we refer back to the BMI chart.
The BMI charts?
The body mass index chart.
Ah, yes.
For example, if one was 5'6" with a large frame, their proper weight should be 149 to 159 pounds.
That's very interesting, Dr. Preston.
Yes, it is. But for someone like Elizabeth Hendrickson, who is 5'1" and has a small frame, they should weigh around 106 to 118. Everyone's body shape is different, but to be healthy, and one should have a balanced diet and exercise.
Thank you very much, Dr. Preston. Have a good day. So, there is no proper body shape, but there is a proper body weight. You don't have to look like Lara Flynn Boyle. Just think of the success of stars like Kathy Bates and Cameron Manheim. And just remember, there is not a certain way that you have to look, because everyone is different.
So baby, don't get